Hi everybody, welcome to the Soul Song. This is Nina and this is going to be your career reading. This is for the next 30 days or so. We'll be looking at where you're at currently, what are you seeking to achieve, what are the obstacles, what's the guidance for you. So these are the kind of questions that we will be looking at, okay? So pick a pile that you're feeling most drawn to. We have starting with the left, we have group number 1, and then moving towards the right, we have group number 3. So take only what resonates. This is a very general reading, and if you need more time, pause the video here. I will see you in your timestamps. Hi group 1, for those of you who've chosen this clear quartz, let's take a look at your reading. This is to begin with, okay, what is it that you are facing at the moment, and what does your career, business, finances look like at the moment, okay? Okay, so we have peace, number 23. We have indecision, number 8. And we have your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn, okay. Firstly, I feel like there is I'm being drawn to the egg here, okay? And eggs to me are about potential, about the birth of something new, about fertility, and with all the green here, again this is talking about growth and fertility. I feel like you are on the brink of something new, but you're not too sure of whether I should pursue this or not. Or you may have already started something. It might be something that brings you a lot of peace, harmony, happiness, fulfillment. But you're probably not seeing all the results yet, and you're like, okay, where do I go from here? Is this working out for me or not? So you're kind of, going a bit back and forth in that loop, you could say, and wondering whether I have already made the right choice, or whether it's time for me to, make a choice. So either of those two options, but I feel like it's revolving around results, around harvest. Is this going to pay off or not? Okay, and that's where Spirit is coming in to say that, okay, your hard work is going to pay off if it hasn't already. All right. And new moon in Capricorn would be somewhere around I think the first week of is that first or maybe the second? It's around December or early Jan. So I would say around that time you will be able to see all the results of your hard work, which is around, I know it's a bit far off, you could say 6 months from now, but then that's what I'm getting. That's when things will really start to pick up for you, okay? So let's put these aside and get into your tarot reading. Let's put these here. So the first question that we're asking for group number 1 is, let's ask tarot where you are at currently, okay? Where's group number 1 at currently? Yeah, you've got the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so you are probably indecisive about whether I should invest in something new, whether it's going to pay off or not. But the winds of change are here, okay? Something has changed within you. Got the 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So you're kind of worried about, do I take this leap of faith or not? Do I start something new? Do I start from scratch? Is this going to pay off, like I said? Is this worth investing in? Am I going to be successful? All of those thoughts that we usually get, and we are thinking, or rather overthinking about them at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and driving ourselves nuts. But I feel like you're worried about whether this is going to go in my favor or not, whether this fortune is going to favor me for being brave, for being like the fool, just jumping off the cliff, taking that leap of faith, taking action. And that's where you're kind of going back and forth. Okay, so there is that, again, that element of indecision here. Let's see where do you want to be. Okay, this is where you're at currently. So where do you want to be? Where does group 2 want to be as far as their career, business, finances is concerned? Okay, you've got the 8 of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Moon. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Pentacles. Nice. So it feels to me like you want to be in a steady position, and who doesn't? In a steady position of, receiving the pay that you want, of your hard work paying off, of having a steady sort of source of income. You might even be in two minds about whether I should, maybe turn my hobby into a full-time profession, or do I, let's say, start something on the side? Because the 2 of Pentacles sometimes to me is also about our, like our side gig, you could say. And for some reason, it can be quite nerve-wracking, to step out of our comfort zone and try something new. And that's where this is coming in. The Moon is like diving into the unknown, and you actually want to explore the unknown is what I'm getting. The 8 of Wands is like quick moving energy, but there is a lot of potential there as well. It is about, almost like throwing the rockets of desire, like Abraham Hicks says, into the universe, and wanting those dreams, desires, wishes to be fulfilled, of course. And it could also involve, movement, travel. Maybe you want to explore a new place, you want to move, but you want things to actually be set in motion. That's where you want to be. At the same time, you want a steady source of income, understandably so, and you want to perhaps even explore an area that you've never explored before. It is the unknown. It is frightening, but it's very exciting at the same time. And this is something that you are feeling intuitively drawn to, is what I'm getting. Okay, interesting. So let's see, what are the obstacles that you need to overcome, okay, as far as reaching this position, this place is concerned. Okay. You've got the Knight of Swords, and we've got the 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. We also have the Hangman. So these are quite contradictory, because the Knight of Swords is someone who just goes after it, someone who is quite impulsive, someone who doesn't really think way too much. The Knights actually are doers. They go out, they deliver something, or they achieve something. Okay, they are meant to fight battles as well. So on the one hand, you actually want to, and it's interesting that this horse in this Knight of Swords is looking at the woman in the 3 of Wands. It feels to me like the obstacle here is, being indecisive, being in that position where you're kind of waiting for a sign, or you're waiting for some communication maybe to come by. Okay, that green light, that green signal that says, okay, go, this is the right time, just leap forward now, take action. So you might be a little bit too much at peace, you could say, whereby that drive, that passion, that motivation is a bit lacking, you could say. All right, but I am getting that you're kind of waiting for some answers, some clarity, some communication to come your way, or someone maybe to even guide you perhaps, okay, to assure you maybe that, okay, this is gonna pay off, let's do this. Okay, so that is like the obstacle or the challenge that you are needing to face. And I feel like whatever this is, it's going to require you to kind of turn your back on something that you were quite comfortable with. But then again, that brings in a lot of uncertainty, the unknown, and it makes you feel uneasy. It makes you feel a bit rattled, you could say. What are the opportunities, or the blessings or opportunities that group number 1 can look forward to in the next 30 days? Wow. So you've got the 9 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Princess of Cups. Beautiful. I don't think you have anything to worry about. Again, the Princess of Cups is, again in the realm of emotions, creativity, intuition, passion. So this feels to me like this is very heart driven. You could be receiving some communication. The pages can also deliver messages. You could be receiving some communication or an offer that makes you really, really happy, that gives you a sense of contentment, joy, that puts you on cloud 9, you could say. And this is probably the green light that you are waiting for as well. So the 6 of Wands is victory, success, overcoming challenges, overcoming obstacles. At the very least, you're going to be in a position whereby you will feel more confident to achieve what you want to go after your goals. And if you are especially looking to be noticed, to be recognized, for your achievements, for your skills, passions, abilities, then that is what's coming. Okay, 9 of Cups is like a wish fulfillment. It is your desires being met. Maybe not all of them at this time. Maybe it's the start of that. Okay, but it has potential. It definitely has potential. Wow. So it feels to me like it's just that little bit of a nudge, that you're looking for, that, okay, whether this is going to pay off or not, and it will. I feel like you will be getting, like I said, that green light, that green signal, and the recognition that you're perhaps seeking from this experience. And like, let's say you're applying to jobs currently in a new field that you have perhaps not worked in before, or you're creating space for the new, basically. Okay, that's what the Fool energy is about. And you are kind of going back and forth about it, but I want to say that in the next 30 days or so, you will be in a position where you'll feel more decisive. You'll know where you're heading. You will find the answers, you could say, to those questions, okay, or what you are perhaps seeking, in terms of clarity, something that helps you feel more confident about where you're heading, in short. Okay, let's get one final message for group number 1. Where are they heading to next 30 days in terms of their career, business, finances, and both of these are cups. So you're very much being led by the heart, by that which gives you a sense of contentment, fulfillment, something that you're intuitively drawn to, very, perhaps tilting more towards something that is artistic, creative, maybe out of the box, okay, because this is again Aquarius sort of energy, it's Uranus, and you might be thinking, I don't know, I've never done something like this before, or am I going to get the recognition, the rewards for it? Am I going to be able to overcome these challenges? Yes, you are. Okay. So the card we have for you is Show the World the Real You, full moon in Aquarius. And I was just talking about Aquarius. Yeah, it's time to take that risk, okay? We've got luck is on your side, new moon and Sag on the bottom of the deck. So Sag again is in December, early December and late November, I think. So I think that time for you is going to be really good, where things will really pick up pace for you, okay? They will start to rapidly develop. All right, so let's get one final card for your guidance from this deck. Okay, what is the guidance for group number 1? Okay, I feel like it's this card. Okay, we have 2. We have Faf the Footer and we have the Lady of the Harvest. Again, with the harvest, your hard work is paying off. There is something to look forward to here, but then it does require work. It does require you grounding yourself and doing the work. There's no getting around that. But there may also be something that you need to leave behind, like I said, something that you are, it's like a trade-off, you could say, something that you need to drop one of those pentacles and move forward in one direction and focus on that, do all the work that requires, and that will pay off. Okay, so that is what I have for you, group number 1. Thank you so much for watching. If this was useful and helpful, let me know. I wish you all the very best. You take care of yourself. Leave me a comment, like and subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you again later. Bye bye. Hi group 2, for those of you who've chosen the soda light, let's take a look at your reading. This is to begin with what you can, what are you going through at the moment? What is your current energy as far as your career, business and finances is concerned? Okay, starting with a bang, you've got number 10, storm warning. Got the tribe, number 8, and you've got meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. Okay, I feel like the storm is happening within you. It is, I get the feeling like you're overthinking, or there's a lot of disruption, a lot of change happening in your environment. Okay, maybe to do with the people around you, the people that surround you, in terms of work, or if you're working from home, it could be those people who are affecting you. But you're thinking about, do I belong here? That sort of a thing. Are these the right kind of people to work with for me? Is this something that I really want to do long term, is what I'm getting. And you might be looking for answers. You might be thinking a lot, is what I'm getting, about these questions, It has mostly to do with your interpersonal connections with the people that you work with. Maybe your environment is a bit toxic, or it's going through a shake-up and you are feeling like things are very uncertain and you're waiting for things to settle down. But for many of you, I feel like this is internal. Okay, there's a need for you to sort of ground your energy and center yourself and calm your mind so that the answers can come to you. Okay, that's interesting. So let's start with your tarot reading. We'll put these here. So let's ask again where you are at currently. What's your current energy for group number 2? Got the Emperor. A 3 of Swords. Let's get one more. Group number 2. Where are they at currently? And the 6 of Wands. From the bottom of the deck we have the Tower. So that's again disruption. There's some change happening around you in the circumstance, in the foundation. And again with the 3 of Cups beneath that, this has something to do with your tribe, community, the connections that you're dealing with. If you're, let's say, you've built a business partnership with someone, you may be kind of wondering now whether this is something that I want to continue with, or there's some circumstance that is forcing you to rethink that, is this the place that I belong to? Is this the network, you could say, that I belong to? Okay. And the Tower coming down is like, it's again visible in this card as well, the foundation for what your the foundation of your career, your business, your finances, which is your company, or the organization that you work with, that is going through a bit of a shake-up. You might be feeling a bit hurt, a bit betrayed by perhaps your boss. Okay, the Emperor could be the boss figure. And this could be revolving around, the success or the achievement, the recognition that you receive. So this is a fairly common story if you're especially working in a corporate, where your efforts are not really recognized most of the time. So either you're doing something or in a place which does not fully utilize your skill set properly, or the people around you, especially authority figures, are not really giving you your due in some way. Okay, and that's what's causing this heartbreak or sense of betrayal, that okay, this is not working out, or I'm not really feeling appreciated here. Okay. Where do you want to be? Group number 2, as far as your career, business and finances is concerned. Okay. Got the 4 of Cups, the Star, and the Hermit. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Moon. So again, a Pisces card. You might be a Pisces, or you may be even dealing with a Pisces. I feel like you're looking to be recognize you are not being able to fully shine as who you are. You are, not getting the recognition or the validation, which is not a bad thing. We do need that, okay? Especially when we're doing a good job, we need that. You are feeling like you're perhaps being underpaid or under recognized in some way in the setup that you're in, okay? You might be even feeling like I'm not fully being myself, because the star is again linked to Aquarius, which is quite rebellious. It is about being your true self, your quirky, rebellious, weird self, okay? And being proud of that, being able to shine, okay? And having the spotlight on you in some way. You might be even wanting to be in a position or do the kind of work that would bring you, that would have, that would attract a lot of attention, you could say, which is not a bad thing. If it's something that you desire, then it's there for a reason, okay? But at the moment, I feel like you're being overshadowed in some way, okay? And you might want to even go on your own, tread your own path. That is what the Hermit does. He's a bit of a loner, you could say. In terms of career, this is someone I feel who is, either self-employed, or they just want to be left by themselves to do their own thing, and they need some quiet, some peace. They don't want somebody breathing down their neck, that sort of a thing. Again, with the meditate and contemplate and the Hermit, I do feel like there's something, some wisdom from within you that is calling you out to do something, to make a change, okay? To perhaps walk down a different path, okay? Or make a change, because you've reached a sense of monotony, some, like the neutral gear, you could say, where things are not really moving, they are quite stagnant. And I feel like you also want to reach a place where you're looking for some peace, you're looking for some quiet, so that you can get some clarity about where do I go from here. And stars, of course, shine in the dark. The Hermit shines his light in the dark. So you're looking for your path, your way out of the darkness in some way. You could be wanting to also do something by yourself on the internet, okay? And just as I said that, we got the Knight of Swords, which is swords, communication, writing, speaking, something to do with communication, could be online, okay? The internet with the star could also be connected to astrology, for that matter. What's the obstacle that they need to overcome? What is stopping them from being where they want to be? Group number 2. The King of Pentacles, the Chariot, a Ten of Cups. So this could be someone who is in an influential position, or you're kind of worried about, my security. Is this really... But then with the Tower and the Storm warning, it's not really a secure foundation to begin with. The Emperor has the ability to build an empire, a structure by himself. It's a number 4, which is connected to your root chakra as well, safety, security, stability. And the King of Pentacles is also really good at that. but you're kind of torn between two paths or two options or two ways, okay, with the Chariot here. And you might even be sort of lacking the drive, or the willpower, the confidence to really move forward, because you might be afraid that if I go on my own, I'm not going to be stable enough, I'm not going to make enough money, perhaps I'm not going to feel secure enough. But then there is something that is already crumbling here, and it's just a matter of time, when that tower will completely fall down to the ground. The Ten of Cups, again, there is this this tribe, this community that you're part of. It might even be that you may be involved in a family business or something, and you're working for a parent, someone who is quite bossy, and you want to tread your own paths. You want to maybe break out of that community, and you have responsibilities, of course, so you are kind of stuck between neither now nor summit, that sort of thing. You may be afraid to break out of that group setting because it is keeping you safe in some way. It is like a home, you could say, where there are familiar faces, you're familiar with what's going on, you're familiar with your job, but it's dimming your light in some way is what I'm getting, okay? With the Three of Swords, the Star, the King of Pentacles, that person, maybe you're dealing with some masculine energy, especially here, which is holding you back in some way. Maybe a patriarchal setup, or at the very least, this is a belief system that you've got, perhaps, that is working against you, some belief that is making you think that maybe I can't do this on my own, or that if I shine too bright on my own, I will be betraying somebody else. Let's get an idea of what you can expect in the next 30 odd days. What are the opportunities for growth, for abundance that are coming your way? Group number 2. What are the opportunities that are coming their way? Okay. Wow. 8 of Wands. I love seeing this. And you have the Fool. There it is. A new opportunity. And from the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Wands. Yeah. So unless you drop those 10 wands, which I was just talking about, your responsibilities, perhaps taking on too much because you're part of a setup, I get this strong feeling like you're not able to individually express yourself, not be yourself, you could say. You want some alone time, you want to try out something, yourself. And with the Fool here, there is that bright new start. There is an opportunity here, but it will seem quite risky. It will involve, breaking out of a pattern and something that is familiar and diving into the unknown. The 8 of Wands could also be an opportunity that involves travel, that involves communication. So there's a lot of movement, things are picking up for you, there's a lot of potential. That's how I see the 8 of Wands as well. Things will start picking up for you, okay? It could be some important communication coming your way. It might not feel easy because it is going to involve a lot of, it is going to involve you starting afresh or having that beginner's mind, which is necessary when you are starting off on a new path, on a new journey. So it might be something that you've never done before and you're feeling a bit underconfident, you're feeling a bit vulnerable or afraid, but it is something that you will feel excited by is what I'm getting. You've got new moon in Aries. It's time to take action. So what's coming up for you? There's something that is coming up for you that's going to require you to take action. It's going to propel you forward. Wow, at the bottom of the deck we have a new start is coming. How cool is that? New moon. So when is the new moon? The new moon in Pisces would be, there's still a lot of time for that. So this might be sooner. New moon in Aries is also just after that. So I don't know when exactly this will be because you've got 3 new moons here, but there's definitely a new start coming for you, okay? But you will need to take action, you will need to be decisive, you will need to show up with all your willpower, your strength, and be decisive, okay? Let's get one card from this oracle deck. What you can do, what's the guidance for group number 2? You've got Epona's Wild Daughter. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Pook. So the Pook is like shape-shifting energy. Again, it's very similar to, something is brewing, something is changing in your career, business, finances, in the very foundation of that. Things are not settled, so I would say wait for some time for things to settle down, and then you will be presented with some opportunity, some inspiration, some idea, and that's where you need to take action, okay? At the moment, I feel like you really need to spend some time with yourself, to meditate, to contemplate, to get some clarity, and to be able to listen to, what your inner voice, your guidance is trying to tell you. And the Four of Cups is not a bad energy. Sometimes you just need to go back into that emotional neutral when you're feeling overwhelmed so that you can process things, okay? And that's what I'm feeling here with this card as well. There is something that you need to process. There's some sort of loss or something that you're grieving. There's probably even, I would say, goes back to your childhood, your family relations, and how they saw you. Maybe you didn't get any approval from them, and that's a belief that is formed within you. That's something that you need to also perhaps heal and recover from, okay? You will find support in that. So you're gonna get out of this sort of dark period, and you will be able to shine brightly, okay? And do something exciting, something fun, something creative, something that brings you a lot of joy. So that is what I have for you, group number 2. I hope this resonates, and I hope it brought you some inspiration, clarity, and hope. I'm wishing you all the very best. To take care of yourself. If you enjoyed the reading, do give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. I will see you again later. Bye bye. Hi group 3, for those of you who've chosen this stone here, which is a faded citrine. Let's see your reading. Firstly, we're going to look at where you're at currently. What is your overall energy in terms of your career, business, finances? Just to get a hint of where you're at, okay? We've got adjacent possibilities. Number 24. We've got imagine. Number 20. And we've got a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Okay. All right. So the feeling that I'm getting here for you, group number 3, is that there is an obstacle or an issue involving perhaps your personal life, which is affecting your career, your business, your finances. Okay, and the way in which this is affecting it is probably that it is shrouding your judgment in some way, or it is let's say you're working from home for that matter, and you are facing maybe some family issues or something like that, and that in turn is affecting your ability to work at what you want to. And I feel like here you actually are being presented with a new opportunity. You might have already been presented with this, or you might be looking at other options, other opportunities, or ways to sort of add on to what you're already doing. So like a value addition, not necessarily a new path altogether, but something that you have perhaps overlooked or not considered before, but something which is very much up your alley. Okay, and you are trying to manifest something definitely here. You're reaching for the stars, you're reaching for the moon, you are in a positive bent of mind, I want to say. But there is this a bit of a shadow, you could say, lurking around, which is connected to some personal issue which might be affecting you, especially if you're a Cancer. That's very understandable, because Cancerians are like that. They are quite emotional and sensitive, and sometimes they also find it difficult to compartmentalize things. So maybe your personal life is affecting your professional life more than it should. Okay, so you might be worried about something that's happening at home, and that might also be keeping you stuck in some way. Okay, yeah, so where you're at currently, we've got the Strength. So you're mastering yourself, your craft, you're trying to put up a brave face also. You are persevering, okay? There's no doubt about that. Got the Six of Swords. Let's get one more. Where are they at currently? Group number 3. Ace of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil. Yeah, so you may be in a situation which is a bit, manipulative, controlling, something that you're feeling bonded to. And like I said, if you are a water sign, especially a Cancer, you may be getting affected by something that's happening in your personal life, and that is sort of throwing a spanner in the works for you in your professional life. But you're overcoming that. Okay, I'm getting a very beautiful, strong energy from you. You've got the Strength, the Six of Swords, which is again about transition, about moving forward, leaving troublesome things behind, or feeling like escaping, wanting to escape, wanting to I want to say leave the stuff behind that you don't have any control over. And with the Ace of Pentacles there, like I said, you may have already been presented with a new opportunity, or you might be considering something new that you want to venture into. Okay, the Six of Swords is moving directly towards the Ace of Pentacles, but there is, I feel, also some resistance here, and that resistance may be your sense of confidence. It may be coming from your willpower not being there fully, or you're feeling like you're, sort of operating against the tide, you could say. But you are being led towards something new, to plant a new seed. Where do you want to be? Let's ask this question. Where does group 3 want to be? God, Knight of Cups. Yeah, it sounds like you're a water sign, or is someone who is quite creative, passionate. Let's get one more. Okay. Wow, you've got 2 kings here. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups. Sorry, Knight of Cups, King of Pentacles, King of Wands. You want to be in a strong, stable position. You want to be able to pursue that which you feel drawn towards, something that your heart really wants. Okay, something that is perhaps creative, more on the artistic side, maybe something that is a bit out of the box, something that fills you with joy. It's the Knight of Cups is like romantic, someone who wears his heart on the sleeve and also pursues his goals, his passions that he feels very driven towards. I do want to say that you are being led towards something new. Okay, and with 2 kings here, it's sort of like you're teetering between the masculine and the feminine, and you want to be more in a masculine energy, which is more driven, more passionate, more of a doer, you could say. And the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands are quite good together, in the sense that they're both connected to your career, your business, your stability, your drive, your passions. Okay, you might be even wanting to be an entrepreneur, or someone who is who runs their own business or their own enterprise or their own creative venture. And of course you want stability. That's what you're seeking. So I'm getting that you want to pursue something that brings you not just creative satisfaction, but something that you feel passionate towards, you feel driven and motivated towards, but also that brings you stability. Okay, and what is the obstacle, or what do they need to overcome to get there? Group number 3. 9 of Wands. Okay, what's the obstacle? Okay, Knight of Pentacles. All right, and the Four of Cups again. At the bottom of the deck now we have the Page of Pentacles. So what this is telling me is, firstly, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. This is all a matter of perseverance. The Page of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles are very, very patient. They know that their efforts are required consistently, and that things will take time. That seed is not going to grow overnight. It is going to crack open and then gradually start to show shoots, and you'll have to water it, nurture it, give it sunlight, all of that. And it's just going to take time for fruition to happen. And I get the feeling here that you're quite ambitious. You are quite passionate about what you're doing, or what you are probably being presented with, an idea or some new inspiration perhaps. You really want to manifest something, but that motivation, that consistency, that perseverance is probably lacking somewhere. Okay, with the 9 of Wands, it also feels like you might be wanting to do everything by yourself and feeling quite burnt out or tired by yourself, okay? So ask for help, be open to help. If you're receiving help, don't resist it. Don't think that I can do everything by myself, especially if there are people around you who are coming in to help you or to give you some guidance or take some load off your shoulder. Allow it to happen. That's where perhaps your pride might be stepping in as well. But with the Four of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, the thing is that you're very close to something coming to fruition, but then it requires consistent effort, and you kind of fall back sometimes when you don't perhaps see the efforts paying off, or when you don't see the results that you want. This is a long game, I want to say, okay? It is going to take time for the Knight to reach the King of Pentacles stage. And that is going to require consistent effort. As much as it sucks, it is going to require you to show up every single day, churn out the pentacles and do what you're doing, and also upgrade, I'm hearing, whenever you can. So if you get demotivated, if you feel apathetic, if you're a creative person especially, which I think you are, do something else. If you feel stagnant, if you feel demotivated, do something else which gets your creative juices flowing, and that in turn will help you feel more motivated towards your pursuit of what you were doing originally, okay, what you're doing as a profession rather. So this is clearly talking about persistent action, and this field is not going to grow overnight. It is going to require toiling in the sun and being diligent, being strategic, being a good planner as well, okay? The King of Pentacles is also extremely detail oriented, someone who pays attention to detail, someone who is quite diligent when it comes to like documents, paperwork, all of that. So I like seeing that the King of Wands is also showing up with the King of Pentacles, because the King of Wands can kind of lack in those areas where detail is and consistent effort is required, okay? It's one thing to be driven and passionate, and another to really follow it through. So what can you expect? What is the opportunity or blessing coming? Wow, speaking of blessings, you got 10 of Cups. In the next 30 days, what can you expect in terms of your career, business, finances? Got the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, okay. Page of Swords, okay, more swords. What is this about? Eight of Pentacles, nice. That's the consistent churning out of Pentacles day in and day out, and the Four of Swords. So I get the feeling, like I said initially, that some issue connected to some personal situation, that's going to come to a head. It's going to get resolved, okay? With the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Princess of Swords, and the 10 of Cups. This could definitely involve, family or the group that you're working in, where something may have been taken in the wrong way, or someone may have caused you hurt by, hurtful words and things like that. But the Swords is also connected to the mind, to communication, to thoughts, to ideas, to beliefs. And so I feel like there's a lot of this internal battle also that you have been going through. So, and that's the most challenging one because it's not really visible and no one really knows what you're going through as such. And I feel like whatever beliefs that were holding you back, in terms of you being able to achieve what you want, you being able to get what you deserve, you being able to attract the opportunities and manifest the results that you want, those beliefs are going to be ironed out, and those are going to be replaced by more positive beliefs. I feel you're going to be working quite diligently on that as well. There's going to be this cutting away of any sort of negativity, negative thinking pattern, inner conflict, maybe berating yourself, things like that you have perhaps been doing, or if you've let somebody else's opinions, thoughts, ideas of you and their harsh attitudes and words towards you affect you, that is going to be dealt with. And if you have been dealing with, like I said, an issue at home especially that's been really bothering you and mentally keeping you up at night, or affecting you in a way that you can't perform all that well on your job, that issue is going to be resolved. So Cancer, like I said, is very connected to the home, and so is the 10 of Cups here. So I feel like that's going to go away, okay, and you'll be able to dedicate your mind, your effort, your energy into what you're doing, and your efforts are going to pay off, and you will be a lot more at peace then, okay. You're going to make peace with the situation as well, I feel. Alright, let's get one card from here. Wow, you've got the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. Yeah, so you've got two cards here which talk about some issue being resolved, a tough cycle coming to an end, and you've got a time for healing at the bottom of the deck. So it looks to me like you're someone who is quite emotional, sensitive, and the situations that affect you are quite personal. So especially your career. So if this whether this happen at home or at your workplace, because that issue is being resolved, the tough times are coming to an end, you will be feeling a lot more content, happy, joyful, fulfilled with what you're doing, and it is going to pay off as well. Let's get one guidance from you from this deck. You've got the green woman. Nice. And at the bottom of the deck we have the master maker. So this often comes for me. This is like the master builder. We've got the number 22, which is a master builder number. This is again like the 8 of Pentacles, mastery of your craft, churning in those pentacles day in and day out, being very consistent, not letting distractions get the better of you. And the green woman is very much about untrammeled creativity, letting out or unleashing, you could say, the creative treasure, okay, that you hold within, the ability to pursue your passions with wild abandon. That is sheer potential, okay. That's your guidance, to not let also other people's thoughts, ideas, and the drama perhaps that's going on around you to affect you, to tap into this wild energy, wild potential energy that you have, okay. That is what I have for you, group number 3. I hope this helped, and I hope you found it useful. If you enjoyed the reading, do give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment and let me know how it resonated. I hope you have a wonderful month ahead. Do take care of yourselves, and I will see you again later. Bye bye.